This is Callum Smiles for Callum Smiles Media, and I have just got a great scoop for you. I was speaking to, and I say speaking to because it was just me doing the talking, and my former colleague Ezra Levant, to Christopher Elias, the president of the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, and we know just what sort of effect they have in the world. It was very much like last year's conversation with Larry Fink, only a lot longer. Here you go.
She said she literally divorced him because of what she learned, because he wouldn't stop visiting Epstein. I mean, how can you work for that?
As the president of the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, I want to ask you a question I asked Larry Fink last year. So, you come here and you make these decisions that affect the likes of my country, Ezra's country, that we have zero say on. But when I asked Larry Fink last year, why can't we know what you're talking about, he said nothing. So then I asked, is it because these reasons are nefarious? If the WEF is out for the good of all humanity, why the secrecy on these meetings? Surely we should know, because at the end of the day, you are making decisions that are passed down at a nation-state level that affect the likes of me, Ezra, and just everyone else on this planet. Why can't we know what's going on?
How much money has the foundation contributed to Davos? I know that Klaus Schwab sells different tiers of participation. How much money has the foundation put into the get-together this year?
In the United Kingdom, we pay a tax to watch TV. It's called the TV license. Yet when you actually follow the receipts and follow the money, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation actually puts money into the BBC. Why is that? Is it because they are pushing agendas such as climate change or pushing the vaccine propaganda, and then they do not allow anyone else who has an opposing view to be on these platforms?
Bill Gates wants the rest of us to eat bugs and even drink something he calls poop water. But he's one of the biggest agricultural landowners in America. What's going on there? Why is he buying up farmland while telling the rest of us to eat the bugs?
Ezra makes a great point about eating bugs there, yet it's actually quite well known in the scientific world that one of the chemicals in the shells of these bugs, called chitin, is toxic to the human body. So why are they pushing it if it is not for nefarious reasons?
Does Bill Gates ever do an interview that's not scripted? I mean, does he ever allow himself to answer real questions, or is he like you? He just sort of has contempt for everyone who can't buy. Seriously, have you ever done an interview with someone you haven't known? Your identity and what you do, if you won't even answer questions. I mean, I'm sure you've heard all these questions before, but why don't you answer them? I'm sure you have an answer. Is it just contempt for the fact that I'm not on your payroll?
Like I said, I call it. Speaking to scientists and doctors, some of them actually even say that no virus has ever been proven, therefore none exists. Yet, when you look at Bill Gates and his early computer work, well, we see viruses in computers. So, is it fair to assume that maybe Bill Gates created viruses? Or rather, the illusion of?
Did you ever go to Epstein Island with Bill Gates? Did you ever fly on Jeffrey Epstein's jet with Bill Gates? Have you ever met Jeffrey Epstein? Have you ever met Ghislaine Maxwell?
Do you think globalists will win? And when they don't, how do you think the general population around the world will react to that?
Do you think Bill Gates will ever be judged?
Are any of the Bill and Melinda Gates staff taking up the opportunity for the £2,500 a night prostitutes that are brought into Davos?
Has Bill Gates ever made you try his poop water? You know, when he recycles toilet water, did he ever make the staff try it? Why? has Melinda Gates left Bill, but you haven't. Is it because she got more money than you?
Thank you.
Do you know Bill Gates better than Melinda does? I mean, she was disgusted with him. She literally divorced him because he wouldn't stop hanging out with that pedophile Jeffrey Epstein. Yet you have been loyal to him throughout. Isn't that weird? To be fair, some of these questions don't have a good answer. They have answers, but not an answer that you should say without a lawyer here to caution you.
Stop, please, stop! Sir!
Good to stop, sir.
Sir! Back, please! Thank you!
Are you aware of all the rumours, or maybe not rumours, of the amount of people, especially children, that have died in India when it comes to all the vaccine experiments, which, again, when you follow the receipts and the money, Bill Gates is at the heart of. And if you didn't know that, now that you do know that, you go home, look it up, and if you go, oh my God, that's true, will you continue working for a man like that?
What did Bill Gates mean when he wrote that email about meeting a Swedish mother and her daughter at Epstein's? That's a pretty incriminating thing to say. Has he ever explained that to the staff at the foundation? Is Bill Gates at Davos?
Johns Hopkins University, in partnership with the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, released the simulation called Event 201, which was basically the coronavirus pandemic, ironically, just before it happened. So the question is, always talk about disease X. Can you tell us when you're going to release it? Do you have the vaccines already ready? I say so-called vaccines. And also, when were they patented?
You know, we're walking with Bill Gates' right-hand man, although that sounds sort of gross when you think of Bill Gates. I just want to put on the record, I'm not suicidal, and neither are any of my cameramen. None of us have suicidal thoughts. We just ask you questions that the media party does not do. And no surprise, Bill Gates' right-hand man, yuck, has nothing to say, at least nothing to say that he doesn't want to prosecute it here.
I would also like to point out Callum Smiles is also not suicidal.
What's that? If you want to see all our reports from the streets of Davos, where we catch VVIPs and friends of Epstein, go to WEFreports.com before Bill Gates tries to buy us out, that little fuck. We'll do another take of that. We're walking the streets of Davos looking for VVIPs. We got us Bill Gates' right-hand man. Bill Gates, famously friends with Jeffrey Epstein. If you want to see all our coverage, go to WEFreports.com and chip in to crowdfund our trip to the heart of darkness.
Have a good day and enjoy yourself. The nation, the world thanks you for your bureaucracy and your totalitarianism. Ta-ra! So this was Callum Smiles for Callum Smiles Media, walking with Bill Gates' right-hand man, the president of the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. A bit like last year with Larry Fink, these people do not want to talk. You ask them simple questions like, why are you here? Why are you making decisions that affect the likes of me and you at a nation-state level and affect our everyday lives? Yet we don't have a clue what they talk about in these meetings, and when you ask them what they're talking about, they do not want to say. You ask them if it's nefarious, again, they keep quiet. And this is why I come here to Davos to put the real questions to these sorts of people, because you know sure as hell the likes of the BBC will not. Why? Because when you look further in the BBC, they get funding by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. So if you value everything I'm doing here, before I didn't kill myself, please head over to callumsmilesmedia.com, and if you can chip in a couple of quid to help with the expenses, that would be smashing. As after all, I'm here as an independent and I'm doing it for me, but more importantly, I'm doing it for you. Thank you.